Okay, we're gonna go to volume two. Um, so I was mentioning last time that is the first video my favorite? No, I don't think it's my favorite, and because in my mind I'm like, okay, number two is my favorite, just because I think I mentioned a few reasons, but probably has my favorite song. Yes, it does have my favorite song. Um, and I think the skating's better. There's like a better variety of people. There's like finally people that I wanted to have in the video, and I thought were a little bit different. Um, and it wasn't just individual parts. It was more like a couple montages and stuff like that. So I thought that was really good. But then I was realizing I think that like every video has something about it that's my favorite. And I think this video was like peak summer. Like the first one was like the beginning of summer, but then at the end of summer, like you just get more motivated for skating, especially after the first video was done. And we're like, okay, let's do a better one. Let's do a better one. So I think this one is better quality wise. The first one is better in terms of being the original. So let's see. Let's start. Of course, starting with David, we're at the skate jam. Um, you can see the tents back in the back. And I feel like came by for a little bit. He's got an Alien Workshop board, which is cool. Um, he came by for a little bit. He's wearing a golf shirt, which is really cool. And he is offering some commentary to start. So let's go. I think the audio should be better on this video as well.
You heard it. You heard it, you guys. We're live. Old Town Skate Comp, Saginaw, Michigan, Saginaw Skate Park. We're here, and what time is it? It's about 2:45, and we about to get it going. All right. Peace out.
Had to go with the same font. Again, this was just like the pre skate jam skating. Okay, Justin is filming this from super far away. I don't know why I trusted him to film that, but I did. But I had to get a couple tricks in because otherwise I was realizing like I'm just filming all the time. The other one, David, the first video, David was filming most of mine, but David wasn't really skating with us as much now. So I don't know if he had moved at this time. I don't remember where he was at this time, but had to get a couple tricks in here. Pretty sure my board cracked right there. Okay, Jermaine started to get pretty good here. He started popping his tricks. Nice. Okay, just sitting on the sea ledge right there, talking about people as they're going by. Him and who's that next to him? Isaiah, probably. This is when Chris really started to take center stage. He was just around a lot. I don't know. I think before this he was just like around, and he probably got like motivated to skate better. So he was getting better at skating. What was he, probably in like 10th grade? 9th, 10th grade? Something like that. You're looking like way better. Because he wasn't even picking his foot up before. Alright. And I remember he used to do 50-50s straight on. Nope, not this one. There he goes. I remember showing up at the park and he's like, oh, I could do a 50-50 grind. I'm like, oh, for real? But like he could only do it straight on, which makes sense. But I don't know. To me, like doing it straight on is way harder. But also 50-50 on a rail is just in general hard. But that's just so funny. But hey, he could do it. And that was actually a really good line. I mean, seeing like from where he was in the first video, where he, like I said, barely picked his back foot up, and then he just kickflip a three stair. That's pretty exciting. Jermaine with the Black Label board. Feeble. Yeah, Black Label board. Greg getting super good. The Grizzly grip tape. He was getting just really good at switch. With the Adidas on. White shell toe Adidas. Jonathan, ow. Ouch. Ouch. He was pushing so fast. I don't know how I kept up with him. I just remember that was always a challenge with him, to keep up with him. Alright. Wow. How far did he land out? He landed really far out. So Jonathan was always the guy who was like, if there was something that nobody wanted to do, like set up a barrier at the bottom of the steps and ollie over it, he was like, I'll do it. I'll try it. He was always up for trying it because I don't know why. I think he just wanted to be the guy who did it. But that's giant. Like, check out that. Check that out. That's crazy. I just remember him like sliding across. Back then, the ground was so smooth at the bottom. You could just land and, you know, like slide out. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, look how far he got up the hill. Darkness.
Got the film crew over here.
This was a fun night.
Make it happen.
Yeah, I finally got a light, and I guess that allowed us to skate pretty late at the park. And Pat, I mean, I was always trying to get him to do tricks, and yeah, it's like if I could get Pat in my video, that was like the best thing ever. That's why I kept trying to get him to do things like, well, first of all, this is such a cool clip. These kids just kept cheering, and I'm like, okay, we got to get something where, like, somebody lands a trick and they cheer them on. And it worked out. It's kind of funny, like, those little things that you wish you could get on film, and then you get maybe like 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10. Yeah, more like 1 out of 10. And you're super happy about it. But, like, stupid things that I wanted Pat to do, like do the salad grind across the entire box. Yeah. And like, to me, it's like Pat was way better than anyone at the park just because he's Pat. And I'm like, you know what you need to do? I'm standing, where am I? I'm probably on the fence somewhere. I think I was climbed up on the fence. And I told him, yeah, I want you to go around and go through those people because like this guy is, I forgot what his name was. Zach something. Miyamoto? I don't remember what his name is. I think that's what it was. Zach Miyamoto. Like, he's super good. He could do every trick. He could do like, yeah, he could do every trick. He was super good. Sponsored and everything. Here's Jerry. Here's Glenn. Like, these guys are all like super serious skaters and really good and strong, you know, social media presence. And here's Pat, straight out of 2002, 2003. And I'm like, you just go through them. It's so symbolic. Like, just barge through them and then do a salad grind all the way across this box. And it's going to be the best trick of the video. And to me, I don't know. It's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Is that the only Pat trick I have other than the 5-0? Okay. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Terrible story about Pat. He was like, hey, I need a ride home. And because he would always get dropped off at the park. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm about to leave. I'm going to go take Chris home. And he's like, "Oh, I'll just go with you." And I think I had like a bunch of junk in the back of my car, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, let me go take Chris home. He lives right down the street, and then I'll come back and I'll pick you up." And he's like, "No, no, no, no. Just let me go with you." He's like, "What if you forget?" I'm like, I'm just he just lives right here, and I gotta come back this way anyway. So I'll just come and pick you up." And he's like, "Okay." So I go and take Chris home and totally forgot about him. I think I realized it when I got home. And then the next day I saw him at the park and he's like, "Dude," he was pretty upset about it. I felt terrible about it. Obviously, I still feel bad about it like 12 years later. But yeah, that was a bummer. Jerry, who can always do nose grind 180 on everything, or willy grind on everything. Hope he knows I was filming in here. Yeah, I think we worked this out. I was getting into my rolling long lens stage, which I kind of regret, but that's cool. Cool trick. I'm pretty sure he didn't know I was filming here because I'm on the opposite side of the park. But it's super cool because I was like watching him do this line, and then he finally got it. I was like, I'm just gonna film him until he can get it. Sully, okay, so Sully used to be at the park, but this was also a thing where, again, I grew up watching the Bay City video, and these are the guys from the video. Pat Brenner, Jerry wasn't in it, but Sully was there, and I'm like, if I could have Sully in my video, like, how cool is that gonna be? So just having any trick from him in here, like, I don't want to say it's like childhood hero, but it's just cool to have it. And there was one guy from Bay City who I'm pretty sure was on the same night, and he was like, "Oh, let me get a clip in your video. Like, I want to do this line." I'm like, "Okay," and he was doing a line like on the flat bar in the rock gap, and it was like switch front board on the rail on this little flat bar, and then switch flip over the rock gap. And it took a really long time. I think he did it twice, but it took a really long time. And I was like, "Oh, cool, cool, yeah." Like, and he was like one of my favorite people in the Bay City videos. And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool that I got a clip from you." But I didn't end up putting the clip in the video because I think Greg did like the same trick or the same line. I think he did a 50-50 instead of a front board. But it was basically the same line. I didn't put it in the video. Plus, the video was already packed. The video came out and he saw me at the park. He was really offended. He was really offended. Oh man, like really offended. And I felt really bad. But at the same time, like, yeah, I had my reasons. So, but again, he was like one of my favorite guys from the Bay City video. Anyways, let's go. More Sully. Frontside 360. Cool. That was really cool. Again, a trick that I probably told Josh to do. I probably asked him to do it. Like, that's really cool when you do kickflip board, kickflip rock and roll. And I knew he could do it every time. So, okay, that's an amazing trick. Kickflip crook. It goes perfectly into that. Yeah. Again, I'm pretty sure I asked him to do it. And that was really cool. That's one of my favorite tricks. Nollie black flip, back flip. Wow. Nollie flip, no slide. I kind of wish this line wasn't in there. Just because, I don't know, bad angle. Okay, so, let's see. One more. Okay, 360, 270, board slide. Okay, I have a clip on somewhere on my computer, but it was from my slider phone. It wasn't from like a smartphone or anything. This was way back. This was probably when the park first opened, and he did big spin frontside board slide 270 out, and like it's terrible quality, but it was really good, and I wish that he would have done it here. For some reason, I always think it was the same day, but it wasn't. Yeah, I have like a bunch of clips from him randomly on my computer from my phone. Back when, you couldn't like really store that much stuff on your phone, so you had to delete them if you're running out of space. Yeah. Anyways. Front blunt, perfect. Again, it was kind of just like a toy that I would play with. I'm like, hey, do this. I need a clip. Do this. And that's just a ridiculous trick. Again, this was like a crazy night. Yeah. I just wanted him to get random flat ground tricks. Yeah, this was one of those light nights. Filming with the light, which it just kind of like adds an hour or something, even though there's a million mosquitoes out.
Yeah. Oh, good film. I like it. Best angles in town.
Nick. Oh, one of the best angles in town. God, I love that line. There's Nick again. Does Nick have a part? Brothers hold hands. He does have a part. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. Again, does Nick have a part in history? I don't know, but I wanted to make Nick a part. Just because he can do like so many tricks. Oh, this line took a long time. And he gets total air feed on this kickflip. Yeah, almost didn't land. I think that was just like a trick. Like, I was filming somebody else. And yeah, I think he was just doing that over and over and over. That's kind of crazy. That's a crazy trick to just do over and over and over. He like loops around all the way. Oh yeah, that's super cool. Kickflip the wrong way. Nose grind 180 the wrong way. Yeah, that was really crazy. Don't know how he did that trick. Why did I almost forget about Nick? Did he know I was filming? Not sure. Who was always there? Wow. Again, the beginning of Instagram. Wow. Yeah, we filmed a lot of flat ground tricks. I just think they're really good clips. This took a really long time. I like that clip. I remember when I was editing the video and I was like, oh, I finished your part. He's like, what's my last trick? And I'm like, kickflip manual, body varial out. And he was like, so confused and like, you're joking, right? But
I think I know. Who is he? A skater? I don't know. He ain't no skater. Is he? Is he? No, he not.
So
I think I know.
the first video, I think I sent it to David or posted it on Twitter, and sent it to David, and he tagged Alex Olson in it, and he was like, you should watch this video. I don't know if they were like friends or something, but he tagged Alex Olson, was like, watch this video from, it was filmed on it's just a cool video. And apparently Alex Olson watched it, and he replied to us saying like, oh, what was this filmed on? And then I posted a picture of my camera, like all done up with a giant light on it. And I don't think he ever replied back, but apparently he watched the video. And then I told the kids, I'm like, guys, guess who watched our video? You'll never guess. And I don't think they know who Alex Olson is, but I was like, guess who watched the video? Alex Olson. And so they're saying, Alex Olson? Like, who is that? I don't think they know who Alex Olson is. I think they knew who like Andrew Reynolds is, but nobody. I don't think they know who Alex Olson is. So that's why they're saying, is he a skater? And then Perry says, he ain't no skater. I don't know him.
I think I know. Who is he? A skater? I don't know. He ain't no skater. Is he? Is he? Oh, he not. God damn.
Okay, DeMarcus was going to be the first person to try this, but no. How come he didn't? I forgot his name. Starts with a D. Or Quay. I don't know his name. Q? Quay? Okay. When you're filming a video, these are the reactions you want. Again, I think I mentioned earlier. This is the one when you film it perfectly, zoom in on his face, and right at the right time, he gives the right reaction. Shakes his hand. Nuh-uh. Girls. I think this was like one of the first clips that I posted online. And this was like first clip for the new video. Yeah, because he had like the same shoes as the last time. And I'm like, he did like a 7-trick line. Like, how did he do that? Like, I would be so tired right now, and he's gonna back 5-0 this thing. Yeah, the whole way. And that ledge has like that big bump. Okay, he tried that for a really long time. He would almost give up. And I'm like, dude, you can't give up. You can't give up on this trick because he was so close. But he was always so close. And I would always promise him something. I don't know. Whatever. A drink or something like that. But he got a lot out of me. I'll just say that. Pop shove it into that. Awesome. I don't know how he did that. Like, that's so hard. That pop shove it. I don't know how people do things off of that. But I remember he did it. And I'm like, that would be so cool to have like a big line. Look at all the people on the bench. That's so cool. Jermaine. Nick. Yeah, a lot of people here. It's crazy how many people used to be there. Every day. Same people. Over and over and over. You go there, you know who to expect. I would feel bad if I got there too late. Like, you guys have been here, like, skating for a long time. And I feel like I showed up till the party late. Josh just in at the end. He's in the way. Yeah, girls. The song is called She's Playing With Your Mind. It was motivated by the girls, actually. And that was really cool. The one time we went to Bay City and you did this, yeah, they really liked the Bay City. And the people there were like pretty impressed with him. Shifty. That was like that was like a September day, like one of the last days before filming. That was awesome. Okay, this day actually. Was it this day? I think this was the day of the skate jam and they showed up late and they were like super excited to go. And I was like, we can still film tricks, like, because the skate jam had already finished. And he was like, oh, I want to do all these things. But, like, we still filmed. So they had all this energy built up. So we got some tricks. And that was really good. And I can barely ollie over those. I couldn't do it now, but even then, I couldn't really do tricks over that. So I'm so surprised that Perry was able to kickflip over it. He always skated really, really tight trucks. That was my board. That was my old board. Up shove it. Nice. Pat. Oh, that was me. Who was filming? Nick must have been filming that. That's so funny how they would show up. Who was that other kid? I forgot who that kid is. Who's that kid? I don't know. The question is, where's Jalen? There's no Jalen yet. I don't know who that kid is. Alright, Justin's gonna get the last part. Just because he has, like, the best line at the end. So I wanted to give him the last part. DeMarcus had the last part last time. So I wanted to give Justin the last part this time. Oh yeah. Nick was trying to film this line for a really long time on whatever camera he has. And I'm like, I was like, oh, he needs me to film it. Because he can land tricks when I film it. I was like, I'm gonna do a follow cam. And this did show up in his one of Nick's montages that would go on Facebook. No, he started posting on YouTube, sorry. I'm like, he needs me to film. And I'm pretty sure this was the first try that I started filming him. Front shoulder? Wow. Yeah, they're playing like skate or something in the little bowls. That's really cool. Alright, here's the cliche, like, film the feet up, film super tight, and then go to the face. That's such a good trick. I think he goes over. No? Wow. That was really good. It's just like the best smile. Yeah, this is the best line. Look at the push. Look at the push and the hop to fakie. I mean, come on. Sorry, I gotta rewind it again. Push, push, push. Hop to fakie. Because what's he gonna do? He's flying right now. He is flying right now. Wow. He landed perfectly. He kind of pivoted. Come on. You do this, you get the last part. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I just wanted to get like some really intense pushes around the park. Cause we used to like race around the park, right? Oh, did I just fall? That was terrible. Late 2013. Okay, so we really had started to go street skating, and he got hit in the face with the board. No, it got him in the chest. So this was like the first street footage that we had. And one of them said like, "Oh, if you land a kickflip, I'll do a backflip." Nice. Is that Chris? It's gotta be Chris. Yeah. So I think I put that there because it's like we finally had started to go street skating more, and so that was kind of like the transition. Like, that was my first street clip, and I didn't want to put it in this one because this one's really mostly park footage. Is it all park footage? It's got to be all park footage. That's crazy. And I want to focus on the other one. Focus on street skating for the other one. But again, I just think like there's a lot more like mature skaters in this. Like obviously I was talking about like Pat Brenner and the more adults. Nick has the full part. So that was a big change from like the first one to this one, and that's kind of probably the reason why it's one of my favorites, or that's the reason that this one is my favorite. I don't know. The quality was the best. So, and I only had 2 tricks in it because I was mostly focused on filming. But I was cool with that. Like, I didn't really care. I think I have more footage in the next one, but having my own part in the first one, I was cool with that. And I was really just transitioning to more full-time filmer. in the meantime. So volume 3 is long. No, it's not long, but volume 3 is like going into the fall. So it's a big change in like the vibe, because these are like all summer and like a lot of people at the skate park. Volume 3 slows down. So